We are heading for the bargain bin this week. If you want some dirt cheap games, then this video this week is probably the one for you. I have a list of about 20 games that are, most of them, under $5. I've even got a couple freebies in here at the end. So if you like dirt cheap stuff, this is the week for you. We start with the most expensive game I have on this list, and that is Spellcaster University. You're building a university with students and teachers and all that stuff in this colony sim style of thing. And how you build the school is whether you want to go like necromancy or demonology or a bunch of druids, and you all kind of decide that as you play the game. This one came out here in 2021 by Sneaky Yak Studio, and it is at the price of 65% off at $8.74, the most expensive game on this list this week. Next up, we got Loop Hero. Loop Hero spawned like a whole genre of Loop Hero-inspired games. It's a roguelite where you are sort of traveling around a circle, very simple idea, and as you play the game, you unlock new buildings and objects that place along the road, which increases the difficulty, but also adds to your hero and what he's carrying as you can keep on going around this loop. Fantastic game, very popular game. Of course, there's a lot of them that have built off of it. It came out in 2021 by 4 Quarters, and it is at $3 right now over here on Steam. We have XCOM 2 on the list next. Firaxis is having a big sale. So XCOM 1 is there as well. Firaxis XCOM 2, however, is the extra cheap one, which is sitting at $3. You can even get the whole pack right now, $15 for the whole set. That includes XCOM the original and 2, and all the not the original, but XCOM Enemy Unknown anyway. Which one came out in 2016? Aliens have arrived. Turn-based tactical, shoot aliens, build a base, rinse and repeat, and it is dirt cheap at the moment for $3. We got Deep Sky Derelicts is up next. Turn-based strategy, RPG, equip and recruit your fighters, and in this sort of Slay the Spire-esque deck building strategy card battling thing, fight your way through here. It is came out in 2018 by Snowhound Games, and it is also 85% off at $3 right now. We have Space Crew up next, where you get yourself a spaceship, and you're both managing that spaceship as well as your crew on the ship, and you're trying to. So there's a review here that probably describes this game best. Somewhere down here at Rock Paper Shotgun. A masterclass in controlled chaos. Yes, it is a crazy game as you're trying to both manage your crew on the ship. Also, you're trying to shoot whatever is out there in space and make sure people are on tactical and repairing things and preventing all the boarding crews. A fantastic, really fun game, though, by Runner Duck. Boat Crew is also on sale, but it's not the cheapest it's ever been. This one is. In fact, every game on this list, as usual, is the cheapest they have ever been. And this one is sitting down at $2.39 right now for 85% off. I think this whole list probably adds up to like, I don't know, $40 or something. Preserve is up next. If that was too crazy for you and you're getting stressed out just looking at Space Crew, how about some calm things? Preserve, a relaxing puzzle-building, nature-building game. You build a little island, build a little world, placing out biomes, and in that Islanders style, if you're familiar with Islanders, you get points, and when you get enough points, you progress to the next island that you can put animals and biomes and things out. Came out here last year by Bitmap Galaxy, and it is at $7.49. Big spending for this one. Not the highest, but up there. For the King is up next. This is a turn-based tactical game, turn-based tactical RPG. Grab yourself a fantasy party. And in this kind of like blending of that turn-based tactics mixed with like a tabletop game. It has almost an open world feel. You go get quests and you move across the open world map, and then you go into this turn-based tactical combat with your party. By Iron Oak Games, came out in 2018. And it is down to 80% off as well, down at $4 for this one. For the King 2 is out as well. I think that one's on sale also. Yeah, it is. And it's all at $8.49 for this one, which came out back in 2023. Next up, we have Nimbatus. Nimbatus is a spaceship builder. You start out with a core, you add on engines and guns and fuel tanks and all that stuff, and then you also program those things and what key does what thing, and so you can make some monstrosities of spaceships. And it's very much a sandbox spaceship builder by Strafon. Came out in 2020. And it is now sitting down here at 75% off for $5 for this one. You can make some crazy, crazy stuff with this thing. And you know, as you're playing through the campaign, you jump to different galaxies and complete missions and stuff. But a lot of fun with this one. Arcseed's up next. We got Mechs is the name of the game here. A turn-based tactical game with mechs. Basically, build yourself a mech, equip it, different guns on different arms, and all the different abilities that you can do, and just smash your way through big cities fighting other mechs. By Massive Galaxy Studios, came out last year, and it is at 60% off right now at $6.70. We have Trials of Fire. This is another turn-based tactical game. Get yourself a party, build your party. This one leans heavily on the deck building mechanics. There's a deck builders fest going on right now, and that's where a lot of these are coming from. And deck builders. There's a lot of these things that are real cheap. I just kind of picked out the super cheap ones for this list. But anyway, a turn-based tactical fantasy thing with a heavy emphasis on deck building by What Boy Games. Came out in 2021. It is at $4, 80% off again. So, again, with the deck building, but this is a little different. This is a narrative card game about relationships and communication. Weird, but an interesting game. It's by Equidog Games, came out in 2020, where rather than like fighting battles and, you know, fireballs and all this stuff, and raising skeletons, you're taking over your mom's shop, and the whole game revolves around using those cards to like communicate and in conversations, and how you not necessarily successfully, but how you work the conversations in this shop managing conversation game. It's $2, 90% off right now. Normally it's $20, so $2 for this thing. Came out in 2020. One of my favorite games ever. A Short Hike. I love this game. It's such a simple game. You're just a little puffin penguin dude walking around this island, doing little walking sim things. But man, what a fun little game. I played it on the Switch for many, many hours. My daughter played it on the Switch for many, many hours. And it is 50% off right now for $4. So if you want just like this is a calm, relaxing, run around a mountain kind of a game, but it's a lot of fun. And if you don't get it on Steam, Switch might be the best way to, or some sort of portable handheld way. Next up, we got Kaya's Prophecy. This is a village builder, still in that deck builders theme, where you build your village starting out with like nothing. Start with sticks and stones and chickens or whatever, and you slowly mash those together to create other things. And it's a very much an experimental try things to figure out what does what as you build your village here. This is by Jeremy and Tebow. Came out in 2025. Published by Yogscast, and it is at 65% off for $5 right now. Speaking of towns, we're going to go to Cardboard Town, a city building card game. And it's a card game. You get cards that basically play out what building you are making by Straterra Games. Came out here a couple years ago, 3 years ago, I guess now. And, it's just kind of your classic town builder. Just you are using cards to kind of decide what buildings you can build to build this game up. It has a nice little aesthetic. I like the looks of this one. But it came out in 2023, and it is at $4 right now, another 80% off one. Planetiles is a planet building game like Planet Tetris. You get certain pieces, and you got to match those pieces up, kind of like that Islanders one, or the other one we saw earlier, kind of like Preserve, like we saw earlier, but with the whole planet. And you're placing these biomes down with these puzzle pieces, these Tetris pieces that you have, and trying to build up your planet, I suppose, with it. Came out in 2024 by Mythic Owl, and it is at $2.49 for 75% off. Next up, going for the Wharf. And this is a spaceship game. Get yourself a spaceship. And again, this is another deck builder. We got a few deck builders here in a row where you are moving from system to system. But as you move through fighting other ships, you're collecting cards. And those cards are based on your attacks and your weapons that you have on your ship. And upgrading those and working through kind of FTL-like, I suppose, because you're going from combat to combat. But you're using cards instead of an RTS style of thing. By Massive Galaxy Studios. We've heard that name before. And it is 80% off right now for $3. And we're going to go to Civ, Hexarchy, a 4X deck builder. So this is lightweight Civ, or coffee break Civ. where it's like Civilization. You build your empire. You start with one city, and you slowly build your city out, adding workers and units and new buildings. It's all that same idea, just done with just in a very small scale of game. Not necessarily small scale, but much quicker paced game. And when you get new techs, it's a card that you get, which gets you a new tech. Main Tank Software and Yogscast, again, is publishing this one. Came out 2023, and it is sitting at $2, 90% off. The reviews don't seem to appreciate a $20 price for this one, but they seem to be okay with $2. Well, I am anyway, for this one. This was a lot of fun when I played it. So, anyway. Next up, we got Majesty. There's been a wave of Majesty-inspired games, so I thought I had to get Majesty in here. We've got 3 big names that just came out recently. Not big names, but indie games that came out that are very, very heavily inspired by Majesty. So I thought, you know what, we should mention Majesty. It's on sale. It came out in 2001, and it is sitting at $2.49. Not the cheapest it's ever been, but last time it was that cheap was 2014. So it's been a little while. But $2.50 for some old-timey Majesty. And I like to go out on a high note. So this is our high note. That is Civ 4. If you got into the Civilization series around 5 or 6, then I highly recommend Civ 4. It is my favorite. Yeah, my second favorite. I like Civ 2 the best, but Civ 4 is probably the best. Civ 2 is my favorite. Civ 4 is the best of the Civilization games. And you can get the basic Civ 4 for $4. But you don't want to do that. You want to go get the complete edition. That comes with all of the DLC that came out through the years when this came out. $6 for the complete edition of Civilization 4. You will spend hours and hours and hours with this one if you like empire building, turn-based strategy, 4X games. It is still the best, still the best made Civ out there. And I will end this with a friendly reminder that if you are looking for some excellent deals, cheap games, then this is probably the place to make sure you keep an eye on. That is Epic, of course, which has a free game every week. And right now, Oddsarks, an automatic adventure, is free. Just click the button and you can download the thing. You have to use Epic, but it's still a free game. And then next week, starting on the 7th, Trash Goblin is here for free. And that's it. Thanks for watching. That is my bargain bin list. Let me know if you like these, whether you like the dirt cheap, showing off the dirt cheap games, or just the ones that are on sale. I mix it up a bit. But anyway, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.